Welcome back to a chat with Huizi. If you're new here, please do subscribe and comment and like. Yeah. So in today's topic, we're going to talk. Actually, it's going to be a book review. We have a book club. We read a book every month, and this month's read was The Year of Yes, A Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes. So if you want to know what the book is all about, all the lessons in the book, you're in the right place. Stay tuned. Hey, so welcome back. So guys, this is the book that we're reviewing, right? Year of Yes, Yes by Shonda Rhimes. It's an amazing read, yeah. If you love reading, it's definitely one to get, especially if you are an introvert, because the backdrop of it is that it's not a novel. She's an introverted person, a highly successful one. You know, if you don't know her, she's the one who writes you know Grey's Anatomy episodes. She writes for Grey's Anatomy. She's the writer of Grey's Anatomy and some other shows. She's taken over television in America, a black woman, and she's a first in a lot of things. She's usually called like the first black woman to do what television series or what not what, and things like that. But she's had a problem accepting or acknowledging her accolades, or being out there, just because she's not only because she's introverted. I think there's more to that, or just making her introverted personality as an excuse not to do a lot of things. So how it starts is that she wanted to sort of like boast to her sister that she's an imposter. So her siblings are these people who don't care that she's supposed to be a celebrity. They keep her grounded. So she was sort of like, she wanted to boast to her sister, I've got these invites to such and such places, and there's this place I've been invited to, and this one and this one. And then her oldest sister was like, so are you gonna go? She was busy about the kitchen. She was like, so are you gonna go? And then she came up with all these excuses like, no, I can't go. I'm a mother. I'm a single mother, and I've got a lot of work to do. No, so I won't be able to go. And then under her sister's breath, her sister was like, you never say yes to anything. And then it it stabbed her in the heart. So she's just it caused her sleepless nights. And she told herself, you know what? This coming year is going to be a year of yes for me. I am going to say yes to everything. She gave herself that challenge. And she says she's the type of person who does challenges very well and takes them very seriously. She takes even like the simplest games seriously, like Scrabble. It's her personality. So she ended up taking the Year of Yes very seriously, and it's turned her life around. In short, like in every single way, it turned her life around. And it taught me so much. I grew up as an introverted person, shy person. Actually, recently, after I started doing these videos, an old friend said, what happened? She lives abroad now. So she's like, you changed. What happened to you, to the shy? And I said, I don't believe that adulthood and shyness can coexist. I've never believed that. I had never seen a shy adult before. So I knew, I thought it was just natural to get out of my shell as I was growing older. So, but it looks like not everybody thinks that same way. So especially Shonda, she had like worse problems of being an introvert. So I'm going to share with you some of the lessons that she learned, because with her now, during this year of years, she had to learn a lot of, to unlearn a lot of things that she had been doing all these years, like of hiding, like she was hiding like crazy, and it stems from being fearful of people, of what they are gonna say, or of the unknown as well, you know. So yeah, I'm just gonna like say a few lessons that she's learned, you know. Um, like one of her major fears, especially, you know, she was already, I mean, she works in Hollywood, she works in the whole like movie industry, and so obviously she'd be invited to these fancy like red carpet events and things like that, or to some shows, you know, to invited to some shows to say some things, or just to be interviewed, and she would say no all the time. She would say no all the time. She would have this fear of, what if something went wrong in television? Well, I'm still there, you know. What are people gonna say? Or what are my old friends going to say? They're going to say that I decided to roll with the Hollywood people and I left them behind, you know. So but because of the year of years, her publicist, you know, made her keep her words. They were like, you know, you said you were gonna say yes to these things, so I'm booking you, and then she would have to like attend, you know. So one of her fears was that people will say that she has changed, you know, she thinks she's more important, you know. And so to me, so I say to that fear, you have to change. As you grow older, you must change. Growth means change. Okay? The people that you're worried about who are going to say that you've changed on them, they should have changed themselves in order to keep up. You know, how are you going to stay around people who are not changing for the better, who are not helping your life change? Because they're supposed to grow as well, and you're supposed to grow together. If you're going to grow faster, so be it. You cannot be afraid that people are going to say that you have changed. You know, there's a saying that says that the higher you go, the more lonely it is. It's because people just decide to stay behind and want you to still be that sweet, shy person, you know, who never exerts themselves, who you know, who never want to do anything new, just so that they're comfortable. Why should you make other people more comfortable when you know inside of you you're burning to do like better things and bigger things, you know, things like that. So that is one other fear that is holding people back, you know, from actually enjoying their lives. I mean, so this woman was just always just sitting at home in the evenings. Imagine how busy Hollywood is with a lot of fun things, I think. I mean, I don't know, but that's what we see on TV. Hopefully it's true. So imagine she was missing out on these things. So once she started the year of years and started attending all these events, she actually started having more fun. You know, she was surprised because before she said that she used to hate like small talk. She would dread it. Like, hey, if I go to these parties, you know, you have to start saying some things, you know. Yeah. So, but then she started living. You know, we cannot, as most introverted people, let life just pass us by. You cannot. You can't come here on earth just to exist. You have to participate in life, you know. So that's my encouragement for to you from the book. I mean, that's what it encourages you to do. Live life. You know, like right now we're in lockdown. A lot of introverted people are like, you know what, I'm gonna go out here. I'm gonna go out and live life after this. Because now something has clicked, like, you know, life is passing you by. Life is passing you by. You know, you didn't enjoy this and this. Imagine if you die tomorrow and you never enjoyed your life. You know, as I was growing up, one of my friends did say something similar to me, like, you never say yes to stuff. You know, I remember that as well, but I believe I'm much, much better. Hopefully. But anyways, yeah, so that's my number one. And then the other tip that she gave, number two, is that, you know, most introverts are actually, they are loners. You know, you tend to be by yourself, you know, um, but you don't want to be by yourself at a party or at an event. You feel like, you're gonna get bored. So her advice was that bring your tribe. Like, she would get invited to go and speak to these many events, and you know what she would do? She would bring her closest friends, her sisters sometimes, you know, sometimes even her parents, if like she was going to accept an award or something. So guess what? She now, it made it easier for her to be able to do these things, to live a little, right? Yeah. So I thought that was quite helpful. It's quite helpful. Um, so another thing that made her be scared of for example, going on, being invited to some other shows, like big shows. The other thing that made her afraid to do it was like what her people would say, like friends. They'd be like, "Oh, so who does she think she is? She thinks." Like, she remembered that one other time she did not want to go to a show. Like, when she started going in her mind, she started realizing the thing that she was afraid of was that what would people were gonna say, does she think she's worthy? Oh, so she thinks she can go to these things. Oh, so she thinks she's important. Yes, dear, you're very important, you know. So also, like, throughout the book, she realized that she was not accepting like her accomplishments, you know. It was as if, you know how when people say, "Oh wow, you're doing great," you're like, no, it's nothing. Oh no, come on. No, she discourages women especially from saying things like that, from not accepting compliments, because she said, you know what, because the way she was reacting, it was as if this writing thing just fell on her lap, like as if she's not working hard. She's saying, no, just, you know, learn to accept that, yes, I work very hard. That is where I am right now. So yes, I do deserve to go to these places. I do deserve to, I am in this industry. I can no longer hide it so that I don't hurt other people's feelings, you know, who have not been able to make it. You know, she was talking about maybe her college friends whom she had learned writing with, you know, and they were struggling writers, and she was doing great. So she was afraid of this topic coming up, where now she's like, she's not struggling. She was feeling bad for not struggling while others were struggling, you know. But she said that she started to realize that when you when you acknowledge your greatness, you start to be able to acknowledge other people's greatness. And guess what? Now you are able to like bring them along, right? Bring them along your journey. Maybe you can help them do better as well. Yeah. And then the other thing is, the other thing that she said yes to actually was yes to difficult conversations. I remember one in the book that struck me. It was how she used to have this really good friend, you know, who used to mumble under her breath. But she would, like, the things that she say would be a little like bitter, you know. But she just used to let it go, you know. She wouldn't probe and ask, "What do you mean by this?" And then when she started to say yes to difficult conversations, what happened was, so the other time she was saying to this girl friend of hers, like, "Hey, you know, I had it hard at work. I'm so tired. What da 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 da. You know, just complaining a little bit about her day." And then the friend under her breath, she was like, what was that? She was like, oh, too bad for you. Like, too bad. So this time around, because she said yes to difficult conversations, she's like, what did you say? And then the friend was like, what do you mean? And then she's like, you said too bad. What did you mean by that? And the friend didn't know what to say, and she was now able to deal with maybe toxic personalities and realize, okay, you don't have the best interest at heart for me, so what am I doing here, wasting my time on you, you know? And other friends, she had to say yes to these difficult conversations that caused her to, like, maybe her friends to scale down to only a few very good friends, because others liked her for the money she could give them, others for the influence or fame, So she had to deal with that. Like, one other friend would ask for so much money that she never even used to give to her family. And she was trying to explain to her, I can't give you that money. So this time she was very strong. She was like, no, I won't be able to give you that money. And then the friend was like, went off at her, being angry and things like that. And then she was just quiet. And then the friend thought that she was gonna give in like she usually does. But she didn't. She just kept quiet, and the friend's like, so you're not gonna give me the money? And she's like, no, I'm not. And the friend hung up, and that was the end of the relationship, because clearly this friend was in the relationship for a wrong reason, right? So it brought her clarity in a lot of ways, friendship wise, growth. She grew like crazy in just 1 year. If you could read the book, I really recommend it. It's an amazing read. It could like change your life. And then so afterwards she decided to say yes for like the rest of the time. So the challenge was over at the end of the year, and then she decided, I'm gonna carry on and keep doing this for all time, because it has saved me a lot of troubles. It has made my life to be more fun. So I feel like it changed me a little bit as well. Maybe, yeah, to like, maybe just a little bit. I think I'm gonna go out there and be visible. Imagine if you die and you never lived. So my encouragement is for you to read the book and like just do the right things and take the plunge and take risks and live out loud. Hope you enjoyed today's session. If you did, please comment if you really want me to do more book reviews. I think the next is going to be The Alchemist. It was actually the first book that we read. So if you'd like more, please just comment down below. Bye guys. See you in the next video.